The complete Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer expansion pack has been revealed, old MW2 2009 map remakes, and even some special stuff from Treyarch and Sledgehammer Call of Duty. Some crazy stuff to go through here in this video. Here's the news. To celebrate 20 years of Call of Duty, a paid Greatest Hits map pack is in development. On top of MW2 2009 maps, these would also include other classic maps from Infinity Ward, Treyarch, and Sledgehammer's catalog, meant to be released for Modern Warfare 2 Year 2. So as we talked about, we are not getting a premium COD release in 2023. Instead, it was rumored, and we just thought ourselves that we're probably going to get some extra content, a Year 2 DLC season for this game, like we were supposed to get for Black Ops 4, and then we were rumored to maybe get for Cold War. It seems like we're actually getting this now for MW2, which is pretty exciting, but we have a lot of crazy stuff to go through here. A ton of remade maps returning. Now, we'll go through the MW2 stuff first, but Treyarch and Sledgehammer maps in MW2, kind of crazy there. But first, quick reminder, my partner Apex Gaming PCs is doing a special October pre-MW2 promotion, 10% off all orders there. It's going to be a special code, matterzx. Use that at checkout. Links are down below, but let's go through the entire list of MW2 2009 maps. I'm going to include DLC maps and the remakes in that game as well from COD 4, and then we'll break down what we're actually going to see in MW2 this year. So we have Vacant, Trailer Park, Strike, Fuel, Carnival, Storm, Salvage, Overgrown, Crash, Bailout, Wasteland, Underpass, Terminal, Subbase, Skid Row, Scrapyard, Rust, Rundown, Quarry, Karachi, Invasion, High Rise, Favela, Estate, Derail, Afghan, and that's it there. So a ton of really sick iconic maps here. Of course, we don't know for sure if we're getting every single MW2 map. Now, in my eyes, if we have a Year 2 DLC pack that's paid for, I'd imagine that we would get most, if not all, of these MW2 maps, because nowadays DLC maps are of course free, so a paid map pack should have a ton of content. People should look at this and say, okay, I was getting free maps before. If I'm paying for it now, I better be getting a really good value here for this. So I'd imagine, again, they're going to give us most, if not all, of these OG maps. Now, they may leave out some. My hope and wish is that they give us maps we really haven't seen before. There are some underrated MW2 maps that we've talked about on the channel that really should return. Subbase, Skid Row, Estate's a really sick one. Just maps that really aren't shown as much love. We've seen High Rise a couple times. Vela, I mean, we've seen Rust too many times. I just want some different OG maps. We know we're getting some guarantees. I mean, Terminal seems pretty likely here. It's in the Warzone 2 map. Quarry as well, I could see returning as well. It's in that map as well. But, you know, overall, I just want some different stuff here. Even the DLC maps that a lot of people probably have never played. Carnival, Fuel, Trailer Park, all seem like such sick maps. And for most people, again, these would pretty much be new original maps because most people either barely remember it or never even have heard of these maps. It's been such a long time. You know, not many people got DLC map packs back then in 2010 when that was first released. So that would be sick as well. Let me know down below, what are your top 5 OG MW2 maps you would want them to bring back in this paid expansion map pack? Now for some more stuff here. Before we go through their reasoning for doing this type of expansion pack for this game, will it succeed? Will it potentially backfire? I want to touch upon the potential Treyarch and Sledgehammer maps being remade as well. So first off, again, I feel like it would have been fine if we just got a collection of MW2 MP maps. I mean, it makes sense. The game is called MW2. It just makes sense there. But I guess, again, this isn't just an expansion for MW2, a Year 2 map pack. This is a 20-year celebration of Call of Duty. So it makes sense to have, you know, other MP maps from the past as well, while still mostly focusing on MW2 content. So let's go through what Treyarch maps would want them to bring back. So this is the same argument I was making back in Black Ops Cold War. If they have to bring back maps from past games, try to make them maps that we haven't seen remade or remastered before. Me, I've been playing Call of Duty for a decade now. I've played the Nuketowns over and over and over again, and I know this is a 20-year map pack celebration for the greatest hits of Call of Duty, so I feel like we're gonna have some stuff we've seen before. I love Standout. I kind of don't want to see it again. I love Slums as well. I would rather not see it. I want maps we haven't seen before. So from Black Ops 2, Plaza, Yemen. Those maps were rumored to release in Cold War. Of course, we ended up not getting them, but that would be really sick to see. Maps that are semi-popular, a lot of people know about, and I feel like it would be a pretty cool thing to see them in this game, MW2. From Black Ops 1, there's a ton more maps. I mean, Radiation's a really sick one. Array was actually in Blackout, I'm pretty sure, but not in multiplayer. Ever remade there. Hangar 18, Villa, Grid, which I think the layout was in an Outbreak Zombies map in Cold War, but not, of course, in multiplayer. A lot of BO1 maps that have never been remade or remastered. That would be so sick to see. Now, it is still weird for those types of Treyarch maps to be in MW2. Maybe I would personally rather see them, saved for COD 2024. But if Treyarch has to bring us some content from their game in this 20-year celebration map pack, why not have maps we've never seen before? Let me know down below your opinions on that. And for Sledgehammer here, I really don't know what they could return. I mean, I'm just going to say, screw it. Bring us Solar from Advanced Warfare. I mean, obviously, we talked about the rumors of AW2, and who knows if that's actually going to happen there, but AW had a lot of really cool maps, like the map layouts on AW, despite the exosuits and your opinions on that. Like Solar, for example, a solid map layout, even Prison as well. Solid maps, really solid maps, and if they change them around a little bit, it could easily work on a boots on the ground setting, in my opinion. Just get rid of some of the exosuit areas and make it a little more flat. I think it could definitely work out pretty well. And think about the other options. I mean, do we want COD World War II maps to return? A lot of them weren't that bad, but definitely not my favorite. I would rather not see them. I mean, of course, the next game here, do we want Vanguard multiplayer maps to return? I mean, I don't really think so. Das Haus was a solid map. I don't know if I want to see it again this soon, especially. So, I feel like from Sledgehammer's category there, if we only are getting, let's say, 2 AW maps from the entirety of their series in this 20-year expansion pack for MW2, I pick Solar and Prison, and maybe some other ones as well. So let me know down below your opinions on that. But overall here, this is super exciting. I don't mind paying for content as long as we're getting a ton of quality MP maps. They don't mess them up. And again, a part of this expansion pack, which I'm not talking about in this video because this video is specifically on multiplayer, we're also going to get potentially some extra campaign content for MW2, new unique content, which we'll talk about separately, but all of that bundled together is definitely worth a certain amount of money. I'm not so sure how much, but it's worth something for sure, in my opinion. And again, the reasoning for this, no premium Call of Duty. When it comes down to it, Activision, they're going to be missing out on their yearly COD revenue. And I'm not trying to be an Activision, apologist here, Activision has to make their money, but I'm just thinking from a business standpoint, if I'm Activision, I'm making a lot of money from microtransactions, battle passes, store bundles, but I am going to miss out on that yearly big revenue boost from a new Call of Duty. So this expansion pack here will take the place of a premium Call of Duty, and they're probably thinking, you know what, let's let people enjoy MW2, let's give them probably a slightly cheaper expansion pack. So instead of a $60 game or $70 game, this expansion pack might be $40. I mean, I could see them charging $60 honestly, but hopefully it's around 30 to 40, and again, they'll get some decent revenue from it. If MW2 is a super popular Call of Duty, it'll do well. And that's that. And another reasoning here, which I think is an underrated point, it's the CDL argument where for the first year, the CDL plays on the base MW2 launch maps. And then for the second year, starting next October or November, we have a whole new influx of remakes, and the CDL plays on all of those old MW2 2009 maps, which would be really sick for the competitive scene and viewership because it's like the MW2 season back from 2009 all over again. Back then, COD competitive was not as popular, and you didn't have too many tournaments back in that era as well. So I think the marketing for that would be really sick, having another MW2 season, but with all of the money behind it, with huge tournaments and majors. Me personally, as a fan of competitive Call of Duty, I've been a fan of it since around 2013. I would be so excited to see that. And I think if we didn't have an expansion pack, playing on the same maps for 2 years straight in the competitive scene would be terrible. Pro players would probably get bored, but especially the viewers would get super bored as well. Viewership would go down, and Call of Duty, which has invested millions into the CDL, they are not going to see the best return. So I think for that as well, to see a good return and to keep the CDL afloat and keep it really growing, that would be a great thing for them as well. So I think that's definitely a factor into this on top of just not having a premium Call of Duty release. But overall, that's what we have here for the expansion pack. MW2 Multiplayer Year 2. We still have a year until this happens. Obviously, I'll update you guys on all the info we get regarding this, but overall, I like the idea. It sounds sick. No complaints so far. I'm definitely interested to see what the price is going to be here. I hope they don't overcharge. They might. They probably will, but as long as we're getting good content, and if I'm still enjoying MW2 personally, I'm fine with it. So let me know your opinions on this down below. Again, I'm sorry. I mentioned this on my Discord, I think, but I was on vacation the past couple days. Haven't been uploading videos, but it was a good break on the beach. I'm back now. I'm refreshed. I'm ready. I was sick as well, so we've been struggling out here, but I'm back on the road to 100K. I appreciate you guys sticking around, joining the channel. Be sure to subscribe for more MW2, Warzone 2 news, update videos like this. Leave your constructive criticism down below. Anything you want me to change on the channel, update, improve, let me know. I appreciate you guys being here. Thanks to the YouTube channel members for showing me love. I appreciate you guys so much as well, and I'll see you guys in the next video or live stream. Peace out, guys.